Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Time is getting shorter for the domestic three to get a national contract with the United Auto Workers.
Within the last 30 minutes, UAW President Shawn Fain just wrapped up a Facebook Live, which has become appointment video viewing in Detroit. Now, with 6 days left, what is he saying? Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Karen Drew.
And I'm Damon Fernandez. Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney, he's been checking all over this. Shawn Fain and the UAW, they were having a Facebook meeting a little while ago on social media.
Right, announcing exactly what they were after. We've already heard the raise that they are asking for, the 32-hour work week. There's been a lot of controversies. Many of the other automakers have responded with less than what they were expecting. UAW said, we are not going to bend. We might make some changes. Rod has been listening to this. What did Shawn Fain have to say?
Go. All right, well, there's a lot of activity in the talks. All three companies have given their proposals, and Shawn Fain basically said that you can't confuse activity with movement. In his estimation, nothing's been accomplished by the negotiations so far. Fain went over all of the original UAW proposals, which haven't changed. He wants 90 days to end tiers. The domestic three want to keep tiers with some shorter times to get to top pay. Fain wants retiree benefits increased. The domestic three all said no to that. Fain wants 40% pay raises to match CEO pay and inflation. And right now, Stellantis is offering 14.5%, and that's the highest of the domestic three. Fain wants cost of living increases, or COLA, and he says that they're at the table. There is a Ford plan that he believes is negligible, said it wasn't cola, it wasn't Diet Cola, it was Coke Zero. And then Fain says all of the pay situations are deeply inadequate, and reiterated his point that 11:59 on Thursday is going to be a strike unless something changes dramatically. Made no bones about his toughest language, saying that all three could be struck if need be. And here's how he responded to some of the criticism he's received because of the profanity he's used and the demands he continues to press.
I've heard the nonsense from some big three executives and some of their friends in the media about my foul mouth or theatrics or this or that. I want you all to know something. I don't do these updates because I just want to blow off some steam about insulting proposals. I do these updates because our strength as a union is in our membership. Our strength as working people is in our unity. You all deserve to know what they're saying about you.
And so Fain is continuing to go on here now, and we expected him to go about a half hour. Things started a little bit late. We'll certainly be giving you more about what's in this coming up on Local 4 News at 11. But rest assured, this is going to be a very difficult negotiation. They're talking, but that doesn't mean they're getting anywhere. Back to you.
You know, Rod, obviously every single hour, every single day means something in these negotiations, and this isn't going to take a break this weekend.
No, they will not. The national negotiating teams will be in place. They've got counter proposals that they can work off of now. Shawn Fain has been at the Ford World headquarters, and that prompted yet another counter proposal from them. We're told to expect that kind of activity this weekend. Whether that will really mean that much, we don't know, but we can tell you this: the gulf between these two companies is like an ocean,
right,
and they've got a lot of work to do between now and Thursday. So we'll have to see. Right now, they aren't at what they call marathon negotiating stage, which means they go 24/7. That's usually the signal that they're getting somewhere. They're on the edge of that, but they're not there yet.
So much more to accomplish in this. All right, Rod, we appreciate all your hard work on this. Thank you.
All right, new at 6, attorneys representing a man who was reportedly punched by a Detroit police officer says he's on life support right now. 70-year-old Darrell Vance is hospitalized after an incident at a Midtown restaurant last Friday. Police say Vance was intoxicated when the officer arrived after a call about a disturbance. DPD tells us the body cam footage shows the officer asking the man to leave multiple times. The man strikes the officer on the head. The officer then punches him in the jaw, causing the man to fall and hit the ground. Vance's family has retained Feiger Law, and they say they plan to file a lawsuit.
Meantime, the Detroit Police Commissioners launched an investigation in connection to 2 Detroit police officers accused of roughing up a 20-year-old in front of his own home. The incident happened last Wednesday afternoon over on Ryopel Street. During the police commissioners' meeting last night, their chief investigator presented his preliminary review to the board and highlighted major differences between video evidence and reports.
The other statement that says once the male observed the scout car, He pulled his shirt down and began to walk quickly away from the officers westbound on Riotville. That absolutely did not happen. According to the car dash video, it just didn't happen. His shirt was already over his pants and he was walking.
Chief Investigator Warfield says the case has been assigned to a senior investigator who will begin interviews immediately.
And get this, a 25-year-old man is under arrest right now after state police say he ran his ex-girlfriend over with a car and then strangled her. This incident happened near Wyoming and Cloverdale in Royal Oak Township. When troopers arrived on the scene, they found the woman. She says the man she has a child with ran her over while she was on a walk, then proceeded to get out of the car and strangled her until she was unconscious. That man was arrested yesterday and is now awaiting charges.
This morning, the MSU Board of Trustees voted to amend its weapons policy. Previously, members of the public could not enter an MSU building with a gun. Starting today, you can no longer carry a concealed weapon anywhere on campus. Let's get to Priya Mann. And Priya, students played a really major role here in this change.
Yeah, that's right, Karen. You know, there's 4 student activist groups on campus, all with a common goal of making MSU safer for both students and faculty. Well, one group in particular noticed a loophole in the language, and they've been advocating for the policy change for years. Well, now the efforts of that group, as well as so many student activists on campus, led to some real change.
As an activist and as a student who was here during the shooting, it means a lot to see this loophole closed.
Sailor Reinders joined Students Demand Action to help end gun violence across the country. The MSU junior praised the Board of Trustees' decision to amend its weapons ordinance on campus.
Because last semester it was very traumatizing what our campus went through, and to see the board make a change after that is very important. I wish that more changes would have been made before to protect students, but I'm glad that at least they're being made now.
MSU's ordinance forbids students and staff from having a gun on campus, but that didn't extend to the general public. On Friday, in a 5-2 vote, the board removed a loophole that allowed CPL holders to be on campus as long as they didn't enter a building.
Between everything that's happened in the last couple of months, I think it is just one small step, and it could make quite a big difference.
The group, Students Against Gun Violence, first spotted the language several years ago and have been advocating for the policy change ever since.
There's a lot of emotions that come up, and even now, months later, it's still just as heavy.
It's sad that it takes us having to speak to that for change to be made, but we're here. We're going to keep showing up until gun violence isn't as big of a problem as it is today.
And a lot of students we spoke with applauded the Board of Trustees, said this is a small step in the right direction, but said that it ignores the bigger picture here. The main issue here right now is addressing mental health and getting services available to those who need it. Reporting live tonight, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Most definitely a huge issue that does need to be addressed. All right, thank you, Priya.
An attempt to block lawsuits against the state of Michigan over the failure of the Edenville Dam has been rejected. An appeals court panel ruled unanimously that the state doesn't have governmental immunity regarding the dam disaster of May 2020. That means residents can proceed with their claims that the state should be held partially responsible for the damage to property in the Midland area when the dam collapsed. Some of the lawsuits argue state regulators told the owner of the Edenville Dam to raise water levels in Wixom Lake to a level that the dam could not contain. All right, tonight in our Help Me Hank consumer headlines, good news for those booking holiday travel and a scam targeting seniors in Metro Detroit.
Plus a recall alert in effect after multiple injuries are reported. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is here. So, Hank, what product is creating these injuries?
And Karen, we're talking about an e-bike, and the injuries in some cases have been severe. The brakes on the bike just giving out. We begin our Help Me Hank consumer headlines with an important recall alert. The Lectrice e-bikes being recalled, 45,000 in all. There is a major braking issue. In fact, multiple injuries have already been reported. A local scam alert you need to be aware of. We're talking about seal coating crews requiring cash up front to work on your driveway. Multiple victims say they were taken in Oakland and Macomb counties. You should contact police if you believe that you've been scammed. And get ready for some airfare deals. Delta, Spirit, and United quietly offering holiday deals. That is, if you book during the month of September for late December travel. The fares could be 10 to 15% less than what you paid last holiday season. That's some good news on this Friday, right? We're going to put all the recall information for you, not only for the product you just heard about, but all the recalls that have taken place within the last month. They're all on the Help Me Hank page at clickondetroit.com.
I love the idea of holiday travel. I just can't even conceptualize it.
I know, it seems like it's far away. It's not far away. And if you really want those deals, really you should be trying to book this week.
Now.
Right. Think now.
Think now.
Do you want me to remind you?
Can you
Do you
text
need a reminder
me?
too?
Just do it.
I've got a lot going on up there. Send me a text. All right, thanks, Hank.
Thanks, Hank. Well, time now for a check of the weather. You know, earlier this week we had the shorts out. Now it may be time to grab those jackets.
Yeah, forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams joins us now with a look at the cooler temps for the weekend. Hey, Kim.
Hey, well, this is typical September. I mean, one day it's in the 90s, the next day we're down into the 60s, 67 at 6 o'clock tonight, 65, 8 o'clock, and we'll drop down from there to the low 60s by midnight. Right now it's 61 up in Sandusky, low 60s in Port Huron, mid 60s in Mount Clemens. For Frenzy Game of the Week or any football game you're going to tonight, we'll see temperatures in the mid to upper 60s when the kickoff. Most schools are at 7 o'clock. But once that sun sets just before 8 o'clock, it does cool down quite a bit. We still have a touch of humidity, but not enough to where you probably will feel a little bit of a chill in the air, certainly by the second half to the end of the game. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer. Finally, we get back into the low 70s, but it's a cool start. We'll start out with temps in the upper 50s. We'll get a mix of clouds and sun tomorrow, but then some cooler air settles in for the middle of next week, including highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s by the end of next week. We'll talk about our next chance for rain coming up.